Good morning, team. Happy Monday. It's been a hot second since I've talked to you. I've missed a few uploads. As per my last video, I have been processing a lot of shiz. I just felt the need to, I don't know, take a break, especially with just like shiz that's going on in the world and just like announcements that are being made all around the world. Things have just been heavy, and that's totally normal, that's totally okay. But to be completely honest, I feel like I do a lot of complaining on this channel. My life is pretty fantastic, like not gonna lie about it. Also, I am human, and the weight of the world is kind of intense right now, just with being in a global pandemic, things that go along with that. But luckily, we're supposedly gonna go into level 2 tomorrow, which to be completely honest, I don't think that that's necessarily going to happen, just with what has been going on in Auckland. Apparently a truck driver was COVID positive and went all over the place, and now there's cases popping up in cities neighboring Auckland, and so they're going into level 3. So there's like no way in heck that Auckland is gonna go into level 2 while our neighboring cities are in level 3, especially with being a hub and we're still seeing cases here. So just trying to be realistic. I mean, the positive Princess Paisley in my brain is like, no, we'll go to level 2, like it's gonna be all good. And then the realistic, like depressing Paisley is like, girlfriend, that's not gonna happen. So amidst of all of that, I am back in store at Lululemon, just prepping for our opening. So hence why I'm getting ready right now. I just did my normal, morning routine as you saw in my last video, with getting up early, having an hour of reading, making my coffee, all that good stuff. It is raining today. I would love to go for a walk, but I have to leave in about 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna get ready and make myself a smoothie, maybe do some more reading and everything, and then go to Lululemon. I just did a yoga practice. It was only like 20 minutes long. Felt really, really good though. I'm so excited to go back in store. You have no idea. It's gonna be so good seeing all of my coworkers. I was able to go back in store. We've been kind of like prepping our reopening since Friday. See everyone, I mean, of course, we all do wear masks, which honestly isn't ideal, but obviously gotta do what we gotta do. And yeah, I didn't get to hug anyone because of social distancing, so it was just like interesting just when I see everyone just like stand there and go like, hi, when we're usually such like affectionate, we're a very affectionate team, and so it was interesting to kind of like hold back from that, but that's just life. So today we're going in, I'm literally working a full day, which is crazy, going from 0 to 100 real quick. I'm working like literally 9 to 5, working 9 to 5. So we're just doing some store prep, literally just prepping to get back into the swing of things, which we will be in store tomorrow as well, prepping. I guess we find out today if we're actually going to be opening, which it's looking like no, but I'll still be prepping, so that's exciting. Just excited to kind of like get out of the house rather than just going to the grocery store or a walk and seeing people that I normally don't get to see on an everyday basis. It's gonna be so cool. It was really nice on Friday getting to connect with people and just prove to me how much of an extrovert I actually am, how energized I was after just spending a few hours with people that like aren't in my household. I'm excited about that. Luckily, when I get home, it's not gonna be like pitch black outside, since we're heading into that like spring and summer vibe, and we just had daylight savings, so it doesn't get dark until like 7:30 at night. So yay, I'll probably be able to go for a walk when I get home. I wanted to check in. I'm still alive. I'm okay. Just a lot of processing and trying to plan futures of like when I'm gonna leave New Zealand or if I'm gonna stay and all this stuff. This is a lot of like wild things happening in the world and in my life, but Thank you so much for all the sweet messages that I received on Instagram and some in the comments on here as well. We're all so sweet, and I really thank you for your, you know, candor. You know, being able to relate to you guys on such healing levels is like really, really cool. And your encouragement means the world to me, because I know that like not everyone wants to talk about trauma. Like I know that I get more views on videos that are like hauls or like just lighthearted videos, which I totally get, especially right now. Like people don't really want to talk about heavy things when they're already experiencing such heavy things, rather than being prompted to, you know, listen to someone else's trauma. So I get it. I'm gonna stick with the very lighthearted today, because I feel like I need a break from all of the heaviness of healing. You know, healing isn't linear, the work continues, and sometimes your brain just needs a break from processing. So I'm just gonna let myself do that. Ugh, my skin's already like anticipating the maskne that's gonna happen, but that's okay. Wow. All right, team, here we go. Let's do it. Hey, I've made it, but it is raining outside. Actually, it looks like it's just sprinkling now. It was literally pouring when I parked, so I'm just gonna grab my shiz and get inside. Maybe you guys will meet people, maybe I won't film at all. The world may never know. I might get stage fright. People might not want to be filmed, but going to work. Good morning, team. It is Saturday, so I don't really know when I'm gonna edit this clip in, because I did film a whole like existential blurb yesterday, but I have to check in. It's freaking cold. I need to put the heater on. I need to check in some directions, but I'm going to my first ever CrossFit class this morning. I'm really excited. It's with that CrossFit gym that I have been teaching yoga for. Oh shoot, what was the name of it? But any hooters, I'm gonna be going there because this new Freiburg pool, I guess, in level 3 is that you can go to outdoor classes with up to 10 people. So this CrossFit gym has been doing it. So I'm really nervous. My first time ever. I'm literally gonna die. I did like a little tiny Pilates workout. I'm gonna be late. I did a little tiny Pilates workout yesterday, and literally my butt is sore, and I did like a few leg lifts like in a tabletop position. So I'm like, I'm gonna be so sore that I'm gonna be immobile tomorrow. So I'm excited. I'll see if I can film a little bit, but yay! Oh my god, you guys. That was the most, and look how tomatoey I am, what the heck? So it wasn't like a normal CrossFit class, apparently. I have the AC blasting. I don't even know if you could see me properly. Ooh, but it wasn't like, I guess, a classic CrossFit class. It was like all running. Like in the States we call it like suicides, but it's like, he called them Broncos. I don't really know, where you like run a small bit, then you run back, run a further bit, then you run back, then you run a farther bit, and then run back, and it's like in a span of time, and then people are watching me. Like do burpees at the end up until like 10 burpees on the first one. We did that 5 times. I can't even talk right now. Anyways, it was hard, but I got to see some of my Lulu gals. That was really cool. So I'm gonna go home and shower this tomato body, but dang, the endorphins are real. My feet hurt, my body hurts, but I am alive. Getting out of my funk. Operation Get Out of My Funk. Hello, my lovely, lovely human beings. Wow, it's been a hot second since I've posted or talked to you. Let me try to set you up, you know, the usual. I'm gonna try to prop you up right here. I don't know why my neck is red right there. That's a little interesting. Hey, how's it going? It has been probably over a week since I've posted here on YouTube, so I'm sorry. And I kind of left you in a really, it's Olive. I left you, baby. The last video I posted was very vulnerable and deep and quite emotionally charged. So as you know, if you've been following me even on Instagram too, you may know that I've just been going through like this massive shift in my life. where I'm really allowing myself to dive in and uncover and just connect with my authentic self. And that has been a lot of transformational work within just like peeling back layers of my own heart and ego and just fully accepting myself for who I am, and then also diving into, you know, childhood trauma, which I've been over trauma before. If this is your first time here, hi! My name's Paisley. So happy that you're here. When I say childhood trauma, like I explained this in my last video, it doesn't necessarily mean like anything to do with physical abuse or emotional abuse or anything. It's just like literally trauma is such a massive spectrum. Everyone has experienced trauma in their life, no matter what you say or what you think, like it has happened. Even if you say that you've had the most amazing childhood, which I totally agree with. I have had the most amazing childhood, but shit happens. Maybe sometimes you felt like unseen or unheard, and that kind of carries with you. Whatever, I don't need to have to over explain myself or anything. Dove into that quite a bit, and I've been really uncovering certain aspects and just like fully analyzing and understanding like just how I am as a person and why I, you know, react in certain ways when I'm triggered in certain ways, and just fully coming to terms with, you know, who I am, and I guess breaking down my own barriers. And that sounds really intense because it is like the work, whatever that means, is intense and it is scary and it takes a lot, and I'm just so grateful to have this time. Like, yeah, lockdown sucks and it does make me feel sad and everything. I don't think I would have been able to meet myself the way, or show up for myself and hold space for myself the way that I have been able to, you know, during this time. I don't think that I would have been able to do that outside of this space, because I was just so in, you know, my job at Lululemon, and just, I love my job at Lululemon, but just being so enthralled with that and just being so busy, which I love. I thrive off of a busy environment, but this whole experience of, you know, getting back into a lockdown state for, you know, we're on week 8 now, has allowed me to hold space for myself, is what I'm getting at. So anyways, don't know really where I'm at. I guess it's just like a little bit of a catch up. So you kind of saw that I'm getting back into a more healthy, holistic routine and just trying to pull myself out of this funk. Although we're still in this like level 3 lockdown, there's like different phases that we're trying to work through over like, I think it's like an 8-week period, which is freaking crazy that we're, you know, still locked up here in Auckland, but able to like see people outside. So that's exciting. I was able to actually catch up with a friend earlier this week and, you know, go for a walk and coffee with her, which we used to do like all the time. So that was really, really awesome. And that just made like the world of a difference. Just so many things are moving so rapidly here, just in the trajectory of societal changes and restrictions. Anyways, just things are rapidly shifting, and obviously that put me in like a, whoa, what the fuck is going on kind of state of mind. Seeing all this change in the world, like, in 2019, if you would have told me that we'd be in the situation that we're in right now, I would have told you that you're freaking crazy, you know? It's just wild to be able to witness living in history as we speak and having to cope with that as well. Like, yeah, I'm extremely blessed to be in the position that I'm in right now and just be in a healthy body and in a loving partnership and have a beautiful home and a dog to help me through this. And I always say that, but shit's crazy. And, you know, I'm having troubles with my visa right now to get extended, and just because of the way lockdown is, like, I'm not able to get certain things done that are part of the criteria of the visa, so that's kind of holding me back, and I've been trying to, you know, reach out to them, and their phone lines are down today. Yeah, it's just been a lot. It's just been crazy. So just having to prep, possibly having to leave the country in mid-December is also insane. Also trying to leave with an animal as well, especially a snub-nosed dog, which a lot of airlines don't like snub-nosed dogs. Crazy, especially internationally, because I will be going back to the States if this happens, and lots of airlines don't take snub-nosed dogs. So it's just like crazy. And then getting worried about, you know, flying to the United States right now, where there's not a lot of flights, so it is expensive, and then flights are getting canceled, and oh my gosh, there's just so many things playing into it. So a lot of things are bubbling up right now, and then just the uncertainty of everything, of just like, you know, my visa status and, you know, being able to legally stay in the country or leaving, and then finding out last minute and then having to organize all this stuff. I mean, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's just crazy having to operate through this moment. Being able to take a step back from all the loud noise. I don't know. I don't even know where this rant is going, but taking a step back from all of like the toxic noise that is going around right now in the media and just conversations that are being held every single day and just dehumanizing people, and like it's just wild. Like I was talking to one of my coworkers and she's subscribed to this channel, but I don't know if she actually watches my videos. I think she's just trying to support me, which I love. But she was literally just like, we were talking, she's like, I literally just want world peace. Like I literally just want world peace. And she's like, as cheesy or as weird as that sounds, like that's all I want. And I'm like, I know, I want that too. And I think that innately everyone wants that, but then when we're faced with such like adverse situations or just like crazy times of uncertainty and fears being pumped, I don't know, it's hard to be able to step back into that, you know, energy of love. And I think that that's where humanity is at right now, is like everyone is so scared and operating out of that fear. And even I'm stepping into that as well with all of this unknown. And I know that everything works itself out. Like I fully believe that, and being able to like jump into this experience, like before even being here, my odds of getting a visa to be able to come out here were like so slim because I didn't reach or meet some of the criteria anyways to get my visa. But I, you know, trusted the process, and I knew that if it was meant to be, I would be out here. And look at, I'm out here. So I know that everything is gonna take care of itself in the way that it is supposed to, but I know that along this journey, there's gonna be some bumps and, you know, trials and tribulations. Like I know that sometimes it's not gonna be, you know, feeling like I'm in this flow state, which maybe that is my, you know, overarching need for control of everything and need to know an outcome now. I'm finding that I'm needing to release that now more than ever. Like in these situations where there's so much uncertainty up in the air, like things are so beyond out of my control that as long as I do everything I can to be able to either stay in the country or safely come back home, I'm gonna have to, you know, do what's right for me. I don't even know if that makes sense. I don't even know like what I'm saying right now, but I just wanted to come on here and film something. I did film a little bit of my morning, you know, juicing, and back on my juice grind. Anyways, I started juice my second day of juicing in the morning, and it's been great. And then I also made some like carrot, beetroot, and ginger juice, and it was so lovely. But yeah, just stepping back into this routine of like fully nourishing my mind, body, and soul. I woke up this morning, did some reading, did some yoga, went on a big walk, had my celery juice, my smoothie, and just reconnecting back to the essence of myself, because it is so easy to be so carried away with the language of the world right now. And you know, my parents and my brother and I, my family I should say, were talking last night over Zoom, and it's like we've evolved so much as human beings in such beautiful ways. Like we shouldn't necessarily knock on technology, but the way that our society has programmed us to live, from like literally starting into school, where you're at school all day being a good worker, you know, you're literally prepped to be like a good worker, and then you exit school and then you go to your 9-to-5 job, and then you start a family to breed more workers, and then it's just, which I think having a family is beautiful. Like I want to have children, but you know, it's just like this toxic cycle of the rat race, right? Where you're just like, you get up, you go to work all day, you come home, you're exhausted because one, maybe you hate your job, or, you know, and that takes a toll on your body. Most people are not fully enjoying their job, and they're just taking their job or doing their job out of like a sense of security. And so it's like this toxic spiral of just like wake up, work, eat, watch a show, go to sleep, and like just surviving. Like you're not thriving, you're just living. Our society has pushed us so far away from our own sense of self. Like we are all connected on this planet, whether you believe it or not. Like science has proved this through quantum physics, that like we are all energetically connected, and we are so profoundly connected to the earth. You know, we're so powerful as beings, whether it's just like our physical body, our innate wisdom, and just like our, you know, ability to be able to raise our own frequencies and ascend it to a higher level is like so beyond our own knowledge right now. But it used to be just such a like seamless way of life way back when we would literally live with like the phases of the moon and and, you know, actually live with the seasons and only eat, you know, seasonal foods. I know I'm going on a tangent and it may sound like really weird right now, but I just have this feeling that I'm resonating with some people. Yeah, I don't know. I think that I'm just really taking action to be able to live with that way of life again. And not to say that, again, technology is amazing. Like, technology is allowing me to connect with you right now, which is fucking crazy and profound. But also being able to respect and acknowledge our essence. Like, we're freaking sentient, intelligent beings living and floating in this like physical realm together. My brother brought up this really cool point where he did a book report on this like really emotional book. I forgot what he called it, but about this young German boy who at the age of 15 had to fight in the German, you know, army against the United States. It was during World War II, and it's just about how he was stripped away of his childhood at 15, made to fight. There was a part in the story where he talked about how he, you know, killed his first American soldier, and when he went up to like the dead body that he had just taken the life out of, he realized like, holy shit, that is another human being, and like there's nothing separate from me and him. Like, we are of the same essence, we are of the same soul and light. And it's like, I feel like we forget about that, especially now, especially growing up in such an individualistic culture as well. Like, we just forget about how connected we are. We're so connected. I go on and on and on and on about this because I think that this ideology and this work is so beautiful. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm literally at 18 minutes right now and I just wanted to give a fucking life update, but here I am having this like existential talk, but it's just been like, God, going through my brain right now, and all these conversations that I'm hearing at work or, you know, through group messages and everything, and like I am constantly feeling this attack from my ego, and my ego starting to want to be defensive. And it just gotta remind myself, external validation is not of value in this life. As long as I love myself, which I totally do, and I'm supported by my people that I, you know, love and respect, I'm okay. And I know that the decisions that I am making for myself are out of love, and that's all that matters. No one else has to understand it. It's like that TikTok quote that I bring up all the time, or like that reel thing or whatever on Instagram, that it's like, whatever makes you happy doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Society has ingrained in us that like we need to belong to something when you've already belonged to yourself. Fuck. Anyways, I'm just heading into this spiritual realm and trying to, you know, operate out of love and also organize my life. Man, I'm just so lucky I have a support system, but you know, having a timeline with this freaking visa makes it a lot harder. For those reaching out to me from this platform asking if I'm okay because I haven't posted on my regular schedule, I am okay. I am beyond okay. Obviously, I've been going through some like dark nights of the soul and, you know, deaths of the ego and deaths of a part of me, but that is just all a part of my spiritual growth, and I'm so grateful to be experiencing this and like constantly evolving as we are all evolving on this earth together. Yeah, I'm just really stepping into that space. I know the energy on this channel has been heavy and vulnerable, but just know that I'm okay and you're okay too, and I'm so happy to be doing this with you and sharing this with you, and I hope that you feel seen or safe, you know, in this space just watching this, because I know that when I was younger, even right now, I wish that I had someone, you know, saying all these things to validate my own, you know, existence. So, but even though you don't need an external validation to feel your worth, because you are so worthy. So yeah, just know that I love you, and I'm so grateful that you're here, and thank you for listening to that rant. Life update, I'm okay, just operating out of a lot of different uncertain situations, possibly going back to America soon, possibly staying out here, I don't know. I feel like within the next 3 months, like life is just gonna shift rapidly, and I think that we're already seeing that now. So stepping into it with just love and sovereignty, and just know that you are incredible and you are, you know, so needed on this planet. But I love you so much. I hope that you are having an amazing week and stepping into the weekend. I don't really know when I'm gonna edit this. It's Friday, but maybe I'll edit it right now or maybe tomorrow. I don't really know. I feel like I'm just floating. But I love you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this little update, this little chat, this little catch up. Feeling the heavy energy right now, just know that it's not gonna last forever and we're in this together. We're healing, we're thriving, we're living. Life is beautiful, it's sunny right now, I feel good. Just maintain the practices that make you feel you, okay? I love you so much, bye.